He's got him ready to go. Here comes Angel Barrientes.
This is how you prove it, baby.
Oh, he stopped that.
Whoa, oh, ooh, yeah, yeah. Ooh, oh, oh, yeah, 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 yeah. Tell me what you really, really want,
Well, that single moment right there put you in the rankings at number 10 in the WBA.
Yeah, that was definitely a good one. You know, for me and my team going out there, Orlando, fighting against a good opponent and, you know, getting the knockout.
Nice, nice. So what did it feel like? I mean, now that you're number 10 in the world in the WBA, you're in a great position right now.
Yeah, no, I feel like I'm in a good position right now. I feel like, you know, all my hard work is paying off. I feel like I'm exactly where I need to be. You know, me and my brother been grinding for a long time, and I feel like this is exactly where I'm supposed to be.
Nice, nice. So, hey, that was a tough fight. That wasn't an easy fight. I mean, this guy wasn't a pushover.
Super hard opponent.
Yeah, definitely pushed me, like, to my limit. You know, I spar a lot of guys like that, you know, pressure. I mean, I feel like that's the only chance I got against me, you know, having my attributes and being long, and people are going to try to rough me up, but, you know, I showed I could take it there too, and, you know, I ended up getting the 10th round knockout, so, you know, that was good.
Yeah, well, he didn't let up. I mean, he was putting pressure on from the first round all the way on.
Yeah.
I mean, he did not let up.
They thought it was going to be up to the judges for that fight.
They thought they were going to win. They, you know, they look at me like a kid, and like I'm not supposed to be there. He was 23-1. He was from Miami, so
yeah.
I mean, the whole place was packed with his fans. It felt like I was, you know, the B-side. I felt like I was in the backyard of his town. So, you know, really, like, I was proud of myself for going out there and doing what I had to do.
Okay. Now, so you've been with Box Lab for a while now.
Yeah, yeah.
What a great organization.
Yeah, no, definitely, man. Mari with Box Lab and Eric, you know, Tito, all of them guys over there. You know, I got Luis de Cubas Jr., Bob Santos. Yeah. You know, I got Al Heyman watching over me. So, you know, these are all good people in my corner. Of course, my dad, and, you know, I feel like I got the best team putting me in the positions I need to be put in. And, you know, I feel like, you know, it's all meant to be.
Yeah. So the venue, what's it like fighting in that venue? I've been to the venue a couple times.
Yeah,
it's over at the Cree Royale in Orlando. Good resort. You know, that place gets packed.
Yeah.
A lot of people come out every weekend, and
the crowd was loud.
Yeah, it was loud. You know, it's definitely a good venue, good spot. They're holding their shows at.
Nice, nice. So how often? I mean, like, you come in 2 or 3 days in advance.
Yeah, usually
try
about
to cut weight.
Yeah, 2-3 days in advance. You know, the weather's usually good out there. So I mean, it's a nice resort, so it feels like a little vacation.
Yeah. Do you hang out usually after for a day or two?
Yeah, I try to hang out, go to the pool, and there's a lot of things. It's like 5 minutes down from Disney World.
Nice,
Yeah,
nice. So it's almost like Hawaii, right?
Yeah, in a way, because the weather is real humid. So the weather does remind me a lot of Hawaii.
Yeah. So now tell us a little bit about Hawaii. You're from Hawaii.
Yeah,
right?
I was born out there. I got a lot of family out there. You know, me and my brother are born. My sister, we're all born out there. Went to school out there for a little bit and came here. We were raised in Vegas.
So how old were you when you came to Vegas?
I went to preschool, so I was like maybe about 6.
Oh wow, you're young.
5 or 6 or something, and then we moved here.
Nice.
You had mentioned in a previous interview that you started boxing at 7. Started training at 7. And you mentioned what was really interesting is you mentioned that that nobody was trying to take you on because it was like a liability. You guys were too young. 7-year-old. Nobody took you serious. It was too much of a liability. And that your dad just kind of got frustrated at that. And he said, fine, I'm going to open my own gym and train my boys here at this gym. What was that like?
Yeah, no, when we first started off, it was me, my brother, my sister. And me and my brother were 7, I think 6 or 7. And we couldn't find no gym that would take us because we were too young. So we actually ended up doing kickboxing first. And we did kickboxing for like a year.
Wow.
Yeah, something like that. And then after that, my dad ended up opening up his own gym right down the street. And he started training us. And, you know, that was it. The rest.
Really? A small little place?
Now,
it was just...
No, it was actually a big place. He opened up a real gym. And, you know, we had a lot of people not too far from here. And he had a lot of pros coming in. And my dad was learning a lot of boxing from Kenny Adams. He had a lot of pros come in. So my dad learned a lot, and he started training us.
Wow. I'm curious how that transition was for you. I mean, you only did it for a year, the kickboxing, but I can't imagine what it's like to train yourself to keep your feet on the ground.
Yeah, I was always kind of like rough when I was growing up. So like I always told my dad I wanted to do like MMA when I first started. I always wanted like I would do sparring and stuff, and then like I had a hot temper, so I would like tackle him and stuff, and
I did not know that.
Yeah, I was rough. So
Just you or your brother as well?
no, my brother was he's more relaxed than I am, but just growing up, you know, I was a little rough.
So we get to interview the hot-tempered one. I love that for us.
So hold on. So you said you were 7 years old. So when did you have your first amateur fight?
When I was 8. Yeah, so
Wow,
I had
right
my
away.
first amateur fight at Chaparral High School here in Vegas.
Here in Las Vegas.
Yeah.
Nice.
Wow.
What was that like?
First, I got a TKO my first fight. So, yeah. So I don't remember what round, but I think I made my amateur debut at 55 pounds.
At 55 pounds.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Wait, so you were 8 years old, 55 pounds.
Yeah.
Wow, that's crazy.
Is that even legal?
Yeah. Well, 8. I think that's like the lightest you could be.
Oh my! And right now, your weight, you're fighting at what is it? 122.
122.
122. That's still. I mean.
Oh yeah.
You look a lot heavier. Don't get me wrong. I usually don't say that to a woman, but you look a lot heavier than 122. Clearly, that
Well,
means
it's height
that you're
as well. I mean, how tall are you? You're
It's like 5'10".
5'10". Yeah, you're 5'10".
You're not 5'6".
Around there, yeah.
Somewhere around there.
5'10".
Yeah.
5'10".
Yeah,
right?
at 122, he's at that.
Yeah, that
he's at that
makes
perfect,
sense.
perfect height.
Yeah, that makes
so tell us a little bit more about your amateur career.
Yeah, no, me and my brother had probably over 100 amateur fights. You know, we fought. My dad was, you know, taking us every weekend to California doing tournaments, and you know, we would drive everywhere to go spar and, you know, get the best work we can. So, me and my brother, I think my brother had like 10 national time champion, and I'm a 14-time. So,
Wow.
yeah, we got a lot of experience. We went overseas. I went to Hungary, Bulgaria. We went to England. You know, just getting as much experience as we can.
Wow. So part of the national team, or?
Yeah, I made the national team twice for Team USA.
Wow.
My brother made it once, so I got to travel with them. But I mean, even when he was younger, we was traveling all over the states to get, you know, go to fights, go to tournaments, and stuff like that.
Well, so I heard at one point you were even thinking the Olympics, but something had to do with your age, or
Yeah,
like, how'd that work out?
I mean, that was the goal as an amateur boxer. Everybody wants to go to Olympics, but it was the age. I was a year young, so my dad took us to Mexico. We turned pro.
To turn pro, yeah.
At 17, we turned pro.
Nice. So how many fights did you have in Mexico?
I had three fights in Mexico.
Really? Where? In Tijuana?
In Tijuana, and
Okay.
then yeah, I think all 3 were in Tijuana actually.
Nice. What was that experience like?
No, it's definitely crazy, you know, going from amateur to pro, going out there, and definitely, you know, I've never been to Mexico. That was my first time.
That was your first
Yeah.
time?
Yeah, that was my first time being out there, so definitely different, you know, being out there and, you know, find men out there, you know. I was
Yeah.
17 years old.
Yeah.
I turned pro at 118, but I feel like I was a lot skinnier than I am now, so it was a good experience, though.
Yeah, and the rules are different out there. I mean,
Yeah, I
we all
mean-
the same rules, but things are very
Yeah,
different.
definitely like a lot unorganized out there, but it's just kind of like, you know, it's kind of like a Rocky movie or something. Just going out there and
It really is.
yeah, going out there and fighting in like a country you don't know, and
Yeah.
you know, find these men.
You're walking down this dark alley, water's dripping
Yeah,
from the top. Literally,
I've
it's
never
like
been
a
to a
Rocky
fight
movie.
out there,
Oh
so I
yeah.
don't know what
Yeah,
it
it
yeah,
really
it
is.
was in like where they hold the wrestling.
The big punch?
The lucha libre?
Yeah,
Yeah, it was at the
yeah.
Big Punch.
Yeah, where they do the wrestlers and stuff. So
Yeah.
I'm stuck on the math. You said that was when you were 17. You're 23 now.
yeah,
6 years ago, you said it was only 5 pounds lighter than where you're at now.
yeah.
You're telling me you've only gained 5 pounds in 6 years?
No, I mean,
That
I've gained
is
more. I
not
got
fair.
bigger. I feel like I put on a lot more muscle. I feel like you know, I was the same weight, but I put a lot more muscle on. now.
So what's your walking around weight right now?
It's a secret.
It's a secret. Okay.
Yeah, it's a secret. But I mean, I don't lose too much. I make the weight fine.
Yeah.
I make the weight comfortably, and you know, I put on good performances. So my weight's good.
Good. So tell us about some of the sparring that's going on. I mean, I know you've sparred with everybody, right? I mean, and how has that helped your career? Tell us a little bit about some of the guys you sparred.
Yeah, no, I sparred Tank.
Yeah.
You know, sparred
Here,
Shakur.
yeah?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I sparred him here, the Apex, UFC Apex. I sparred Shakur, Devin. I sparred with Mario Barrios.
Man, those are some big names.
Yeah,
Wow.
I mean, I got a lot of names I sparred. Pretty much like anybody you could think of, I've worked with.
Wow.
Yeah, so, yeah, I mean, definitely being in Vegas, you know, you get a lot of good experience.
Yeah. No, absolutely. So, I mean, how has that helped you just in your career? I mean, fighting with those, sparring with those guys at that level.
No,
I mean, those are big names.
Yeah, definitely a lot. Cause I go in there spar anybody else, and I know like I've literally been in the ring with the best. So yeah, even going up into my fights, I know none of these guys are as good as the work I'm getting.
Nice.
Well, I'm just thinking the amount of experience that you've already gotten at such a young age. Where do you plan on taking this? Like, what are your goals for boxing?
My goals are definitely I've been doing this since I was a kid, and I've already made a career out of it. I've been fighting since I was 7, so I'm 23 now. That's a whole career. So there's no stopping.
Years,
yeah, there's no stopping now. I just want to take it as far as I can take it. And just like.
Well, you're right there right now.
Yeah.
I mean, right? I mean, sitting at the 10th position.
Definitely right there.
Who do you see yourself? I mean, like, drop some names. I mean, who would you like to see yourself in the ring with?
Definitely the champ. I mean, Inoue got all the belts.
Yeah.
Oh.
So as I keep working my way up, I mean, whoever has all the belts, that's the person to fight. So.
How do you think you size up against Inoue?
No, I think it's a good matchup. I don't think he's faced anybody as tall and long as me and as smart as me. So, he's the champ right now. Mm-hmm. Of course, he's champ for a reason. He's a beast, too. He got knockout power, and, he's definitely a respectable fighter. But, I think I win against everybody.
Yeah.
I don't care who it is.
So, his last performance in Las Vegas.
Yeah.
What did you think of his last performance?
I mean, I think it was good, man. He went up. Cardenas is another good contender,
No
good
doubt.
fighter. And
amazing.
He put up a good fight. A lot of people didn't think he was gonna do that, and Inoue ended up getting the stoppage. So it just shows, Inoue's on a different level.
Yeah.
And respect to Cardenas too. He went in there and did a good fight.
So much respect.
Yeah.
A lot of people didn't expect that.
So tell us about the style, the Japanese style compared to the American style. Do you see it as a different style?
Yeah, I went out there, sparred Tomoki Komeda and a few other Japanese fighters when I went out there, and they're real explosive. Of course, not everybody fights like that, but, they definitely got their own, like, distinctive style.
Mm-hmm. How about the power? Do you feel like how does their power compare to guys here in the States?
Yeah, pretty much the same. They all crack. Everybody, once you put on the 8-ounce gloves, they all crack. Yeah. So, I mean, definitely the Japanese fighters are good.
Well, so when you were in Japan, what was the experience like sparring and working with the guys in Japan, just in general, being on the other side of the world, right?
Yeah, no,
It's like a 16-hour difference.
Yeah.
I'm assuming you probably had to be there like a week before just to.
No, we actually we flew to Paris and for Fashion Week, and then we flew to Japan the next day.
Oh my god.
Fashion Week.
We flew completely around the world, and then we went to Japan, and it was a good experience going out there. We was out there for 3 weeks, so me and my brother.
Nice.
We loved it.
Nice. I don't know if for people who don't travel or who haven't traveled, I am bamboozled at just that comment. You went to Paris Fashion Week to prepare for a completely different event than boxing, and then the very next day you went to Japan.
Yeah, we flew. I think it was we did like a whole circle around the world.
Wow.
Yeah, it was cool though.
He's a model. He's a model.
Oh yeah.
Tell us
clearly,
about that.
Paris Fashion Week.
Wait,
That
hold
is
on.
like
What
the
is
most legit thing.
What is it? Are you a model or are you a fighter? I mean, what is it?
I want to be everything.
I want to be
I want to be everything. So.
He's both. Clearly, you can do both.
Yeah.
Tell us about what's it like being a model. That's amazing. I mean, I saw some of your stuff.
Yeah.
I was just like, wow, it's just amazing. Louis Vuitton. I mean, tell us about that whole experience. Yeah.
No, it's good.
Wait, are we pronouncing that right? Is it Louis Vuitton?
Louis Vuitton, whatever, however you LV. But it's good. Me and my brother, we're tall, skinny. One of my cousins was out there. He's a fashion designer, so we're all out there in Paris. We walked Louis Vuitton.
Wow, amazing.
I mean, yeah, crazy experience. It's definitely different than boxing. It's funner. You don't gotta get hit. Still
At
work,
least
but
hopefully not.
Yeah.
yeah, you don't gotta get hit.
I read there was 1,000 people that auditioned for that modeling
Oh
spot.
wow.
Yeah,
That's crazy. 1,000 people.
LV's like the biggest brand you can walk for, and being out there for Fashion Week, me and my brother, we're the only two that walked together, so we really stood out.
Wow.
But, I mean, it's crazy, seeing all these people watch, all the eyes that get on this show is crazy. So
Did you have to practice?
Yeah,
or
did you learn how to
runway
do that? I
model?
mean,
Yeah.
what do you
no,
do?
they had rehearsal, but I was kind of like me and my brother were nervous for it, walking it,
You
because
did
we didn't
not
want to
look
mess
it.
up. Yeah, so
You didn't look
kidding me.
nervous at all. So you had no experience runway modeling before that?
No, that was our second time doing
Wow.
Louis Vuitton. So we signed with next models out of LA and New York. So our first ever modeling job was actually Louis Vuitton. We did some shooting out in Palm Springs for a campaign, and then
So you were nervous. So hold on a second.
we did a lot more.
Were you more nervous doing that than you were preparing for a big fight?
Yeah, kind of.
Really?
Yeah,
Wow.
walking the runway scary. I mean, you see all these like actors and celebrities and singers, like these A-list celebrities right front row, and you don't want to mess up.
You see that in boxing too, though.
Yeah, it's just you do. Yeah, you do see that, but like celebrities, you don't even Tom Hanks and
Wow, that's crazy.
people like that, like just sitting there, at these runway shows. It's
Do you get to keep the outfits?
no, I wish.
You don't. It's like you rent them out for the day.
Yeah, they're all samples, pretty much one-on-one
Oh,
pieces.
wow.
So you got somebody putting it on you and taking it off.
Making sure that you don't take off with it.
Yeah.
How do you like protect your face? I guess. I'm just thinking boxing and modeling. Those two things would have never collided in my head together as two things one person can do because you could get hit in the face.
You gotta keep your hands up. Gotta keep your hands
don't
up
get
pretty
hit.
much. Yeah. Make sure your face is good.
So do you see yourself doing more modeling in the future? Is that something you're really trying to pursue?
Yeah, definitely. Me and my brother, we're going next week or in 2 weeks to New York Fashion Week, so we're looking forward to that.
Wow.
Yeah, so
Wow.
I like modeling, so I want to keep doing it.
Is it like a yearly contract? Is it a per event contract?
Yeah, I mean we're signed to a contract with Next Model. We got an agent, so whenever they hit us up, we take the jobs and see what we
Wow.
can get.
And then how do you organize boxing, modeling? How do you balance both of those things?
Just busy. It's good. I like staying busy. I like training. I like doing everything, doing whatever I can. So I don't mind it at all.
That, and I hear you have a girlfriend that you've been with
Yeah.
for 6 years?
Yeah.
In a row. 6 years in a row.
In a row. That's the first time I've ever heard of that before. In a row, 6 years, 23 years old, boxer, model, and in a relationship for 6
Yeah,
years.
just gotta stay busy. So
Juggling a lot there.
yeah, gotta stay busy. I'm young, so I can do whatever I want.
got the energy, huh?
Yeah, I got the energy.
Wow. I'm just thinking of the food too, all the food that you've gotten to try in all these countries. You've been to so many other countries that a lot of people your age have never been to, never will be able to go to.
Yeah, Japan got the best food.
Yeah, really?
I agree, yeah.
Japan got the
Wait,
best
hold on a
food.
second. Out of every country you've been to, Japanese food, really?
Japanese food,
Yeah.
Their quality of their food's too good.
The sushi or just the food in general? Just
Just
everything?
The
just-
Wagyu.
Makes
Wow.
America
What would you put in second place?
America, because like every time when I do leave the country, I miss America.
Really?
Like processed food and stuff.
Good old In-N-Out. I love In-N-Out, yeah.
Oh, well, let's get back to boxing. All right, so you're here at the Pound for Pound gym, right? Your father, Rich Barrientes.
Yeah.
He's your coach,
Yeah.
trainer. I mean, what's that experience like? And Rich is an amazing trainer. He's working with some of the biggest fighters in the world. I have so much respect for him.
Yeah.
He's a technical coach. I mean, he breathes, lives boxing, and you just couldn't ask for anything better. And let alone being your father on top of
Yeah.
that. What's the experience like? Having your dad as your
it's
coach?
great to have my dad, in my corner. A lot of people can't balance that, being a father and a coach. But having my dad in my corner, along with my brothers, it's like a family thing. I always say like I wouldn't box like if nobody else did it. In my circle, we box because our family and them being by our side the whole time and putting their all into me and my brother. That's
Yeah, of course.
what pushes us to go farther. So. My dad's in the gym every day like we are, so putting in just as hard as we're working out, he's right next to us. So it's good to have my dad as, my coach.
Nice.
It's not something that we often see in
Yeah.
the boxing world is a good, healthy relationship with your dad who also happens to be your coach.
Yeah, no, for sure. I like a lot of, there's a lot of people that can't balance it, but, having somebody that could is.
I was really
Best.
keeping my eye on him after your last win last month. It was the last month, right?
Yeah.
I was keeping my eye on him, how calm he remained the entire time. I mean, that man was extremely confident. I can say he was confident he knew you were going to win.
Yeah.
He didn't even seem surprised at you winning. He was so calm. I was like, I don't know if you focused on his reaction, but he was just like, yeah, like my son won. Like, what's new? That was amazing to see.
Yeah, no, for sure. We work so hard in the gym, you know, so my dad always says he's not worried about us winning. He wants us to look good winning.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he's always telling us that because we're in the gym, you know, going 100% every day and going out through the fights. He knows he's, you know, got 100% confidence in us. So, you know, going out there, he just wants us to look good winning.
So who's your main sparring partner? Is it your brother?
I work with my brother a lot. You know, we don't really spar too much. When we were younger, we used to go too hard, so my dad didn't let us spar. But now, I mean, we're older now, so we could work. You know, we mostly jab drills. If we're doing both hands, we're kind of like tech sparring, touching. But yeah, that's good.
Nice. So tell us about the rest of the guys here in the gym at the pound for pound. I mean, you're at one of the biggest, gyms in the world, right? A lot of big names come through here.
For sure.
A lot of big names, right? They say it's probably one of the most recognizable boxing gyms in the world.
Yeah.
Right. It's just crazy. I mean, you spar these guys coming through. Tell us about the experience with some of the guys, the regular guys that you see.
Yeah,
see here in the gym.
Everybody in the gym, you know, we got, you know, killers all around.
Yeah.
You know, everybody putting in work. A lot of these guys been here for a long time, so it's like a big family, and you know, we're all excited to see each other get better, and you know, we're in here every day with each other. You know, so it's good having people around you that want to work hard too.
Yeah. Anybody in particular you wanna?
Yeah, I mean everybody. I don't want to leave nobody out, but you know, Izzy, Blazin, Anthony.
Big names.
Yeah.
A lot of prospects.
We got Brian Mendoza in the gym.
Mendoza.
I mean, I could name it all. I don't want to leave out anybody, but you know, everybody that be in the gym every day is, you know, people that are along me, and you know, we're all a team just working hard.
Yeah. So how's your relationship with those guys outside of the gym?
Good. I mean, a lot of the guys I knew in the gym, I knew when I was little. You know, even, you know, Blaze and I've known him for a long time in the amateurs, and you know, Izzy was one of the first people, Anthony, that started us. You know, like the OG pound for pound.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of people are still here. Yeah.
I want to go back to that last fight that you won. It was my first time in a long time seeing someone immediately become emotional when you won.
Yeah.
What was going through your head around that time?
I mean, just, you know, I worked so hard. Like, I put my all into this, you know. Training camp, you know, I just pushed myself. So going up against, you know, a tough fighter like that, and getting the stoppage meant a lot, you know.
In the last round.
Yeah, I mean, I honestly, I wasn't even supposed to fight that guy. They switched my opponent 2 weeks. You know, that's just how boxing goes.
Yeah.
You know, that's just the fight game. So they switched them, you know, 2 weeks before a fight. I'm fighting 23-1 now. So, you know, it was happened for a reason, and we trust our team, and we took the fight, and, you know, we got full confidence in me.
Wow.
Yeah, a lot of emotion, right? What was going through your head after that? I mean, because yes, she said there was a lot of emotion. I mean, we saw it. I saw it.
Yeah, just big relief. You know, I knew I was winning. I knew it was a little bit close. He was making it rough, and you know, some judges don't like the boxing. You know, and especially him being from there and me fighting him from there. You know, so yeah, just definitely after that fight, it was big relief. You know, I had a lot of people supporting me there, and just, you know, everybody watching that fight knew I was giving it my all, and ended up, you know, paying off, getting the stoppage.
I was just telling Andrew that I've watched that fight 3 times now. I watched it again today.
Yeah.
Extremely entertaining.
Yeah.
I love boxing because it's an extremely entertaining sport. I love being ringside and just actually feeling like I'm getting my money's worth being there. That fight was absolutely incredible, which I'm really hoping to see more of. I don't get to see that kind of fight these days. Actually entertaining fights that are not running around, that are actually throwing.
Yeah.
I mean, you both were moving around in that ring really well.
That was a tough fight. That guy was no joke.
No, we had that
he was coming at you.
Yeah, we had it jumping in there. The place was just going crazy. The whole time, all I heard was his last name.
His last name. That entire time. What was that like for you? I can't imagine.
I mean, he was from there, so he had a lot of people out there, and I just blank it out. You know, I knew I could see him in the crowd, and I wasn't worried. I was just focused on what I had to do.
So I'm genuinely curious. Can you hear anything at all when you're in the ring?
You can hear bits and pieces. Like I was mostly focused on what my dad was saying, and I could hear their coach saying stuff, and but I was so like dialed in, so focused that I was just doing what I had to do.
I think you have to. The crowd
Yeah.
says they can say some pretty nasty things, and you can't. You have to remain focused on.
Yeah.
on that.
I mean, the whole time they were their coach and stuff. They're yelling stuff at me, but that's just a fight game. They're trying to get in my head. That's what everybody. They think I'm young, and they think they could bully me and try to rough me up. But I've been fighting for my whole life, so.
I mean, you are young. You're 23 years
Yeah.
old. But the fact that you've been doing this since you were 7, I think
Yeah.
definitely puts you way ahead than a lot of these older guys that have way less experience than you do.
Yeah, I grew up in the gym. A lot of us did. Being young, I always say like I don't even remember how I got to the gym. I just showed up here one day. My dad brought us in, and ever since we've been in this gym every single day. When we was young, we didn't really take breaks, like amateur fights and stuff. We'd be in the gym the next day, and still sometimes after fights, if it was too easy, we'd be back in the gym next day.
So if not modeling, we already know you love modeling. You're really good at that. Besides boxing, is there anything else that you can see yourself doing?
I mean, I want to do everything. Me and my brother, we like traveling a lot. Just being around the world. Traveling is what me and my brother like to do. But one day I think boxing is just like the first step of my life.
Yeah.
I want to have a healthy career. I don't want to box till I'm 40. So I want to have this be the first step, and I just want to keep taking on things as my life goes on.
Any plans for anything else after boxing?
Yeah, I mean, anything I can get my hands onto, I want to be, literally anything you could think of, I want to be a part of.
Do you see yourself staying in the sport at some capacity?
Yeah.
Gym owner, promoter, something.
Yeah,
something
I definitely want to stay some sort of tie into boxing, because it's always going to be a piece of me no matter what. Me and my brother was talking about, when we get our big checks, we want to open up like a fitness gym or something along the lines of boxing. Maybe not a boxing gym, but something along the lines where fighters could be a part of, maybe a fitness gym or recovery center, something like that.
Oh,
Please, on the east side, we need another gym.
Yeah.
We need another gym on the east side. We got nothing out there.
Yeah.
When you said you can be anything you want, the first thing that I thought of was Barbie. Like you're like the male version. You're like the Ken version of Barbie. Like you want to do everything. There's gonna be a boxing version of you, and there's gonna be a model version. It's anything you want to be.
Yeah, no, pretty much. This is just, I'm young, and this is just the first step of my life.
Hey, I see you at the fights all the time. Whether it's someone you're going to support, just in general. I mean, you're always at the fights, right?
Yeah.
And we have some big fights coming up.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yeah, in a few weeks, 3 weeks away.
Yeah, we got Canelo. All right, man. What do you think of that card? You've made a decision on?
Yeah, I personally got Canelo. I think it's gonna be a tough fight, but just me personally, I wouldn't be surprised if Bud won. Bud's a good fighter, but I just think, what is he going up 2 weight classes?
Yeah.
I just think that's hard to do. Moving up 2 weight class for anybody is hard to do. But, Canelo being who he is, I think he faced a lot of good competition. Not saying he hasn't faced Bud yet, but we'll see. And I wouldn't be surprised if Bud won, though.
Really?
Well, he's looking really great, too. I'm not sure if you saw
I think
the recent
Boots.
pictures
Canelo's
of
getting
him.
the best work, too. I saw he was sparring Boots.
Yeah, sparring Boots.
Yeah.
The Ioannis?
Yes.
Yeah, Ioannis. So those are two killers he's sparring.
Nice.
I told him I got my money on Bud. I mean, as much as I love Canelo, I absolutely love Bud, and I think he's an underdog right now, but I don't think he would have taken on this fight if he didn't think that he was capable of doing it.
Yeah. No.
I mean, the question is, how do you hold that weight? I mean, fight night's a different story. 2 weight classes. Again, we had this conversation before. Hey, going, from, 122 to 126. Those lighter weights is different.
Would you say it's easier to gain weight or lose the weight?
Definitely gain.
Yeah?
Gain, yeah. Losing weight's harder.
Speaking from a man, saying like,
Yeah.
this is a man.
Nah,
I'm talking to a man.
Yeah, going 2 weight classes down versus going 2 up is different.
Do you see yourself going up in weight to 126?
Yeah, I mean,
Wow.
I see myself going far. I'm tall.
147?
Yeah,
I mean, at some point you
And
might
he's
be at
only
154.
23,
Yeah, I see myself going up big. I want to be, something like, Pacquiao, how he was an 8-division champ. I feel like I have the opportunity to do that starting at 122. I could be a champ at 122, 26, 30, 35.
Yeah.
And I feel like I could go pretty high in the weight classes. Just
What's the
given
highest you think you I mean, as you get, I
don't know, maybe
knows
as
at
I
this
get
point.
as I get older and bigger, but probably I would say like maybe 140, 147.
Yeah,
but
147.
yeah.
That sounds about right.
Yeah.
You get to look back and say, I started when I was 55 pounds.
Yeah. No, 'cause-
When I was 55.
Well, he did when he was
yeah,
8.
yeah. Just a baby.
Yeah. Okay. So now, speaking of weight, what is it? Like, what do you normally eat in between fights? What do you have any restrictions? I saw that at one point. Was it you or is it your brother that you said you went vegetarian for a fight?
I don't know. That was maybe my brother. That wasn't me.
You're like, I could
Well, I
never
need my
be
meat.
vegetarian. So what is it that you eat in between?
Whatever I want. I run a lot, so as long as I keep running, then I could maintain my weight.
Keep it off.
Yeah.
What's your go-to food though during like when you're preparing for a fight?
Yeah, I just eat real clean. I like to eat fish, vegetables, chicken, vegetables, stuff like that. It gets kind of old when you're in camp, but that's just what you got to do.
For camp,
Yeah,
you
when I'm in
maintain
camp,
that.
when
But
I'm-
outside of camp,
Yeah,
it's
when I'm not
whatever
in
you
camp, I
want.
eat whatever I want.
Like what? What's your go-to food? What do you like?
Probably all you could eat Korean barbecue.
Korean
Sushi.
Yeah, sushi.
Yeah, that's what I go eat. After all my fights, I'll go Korean barbecue.
Wait, I'm curious. I'm curious. Sorry. I'm curious. Being in a 6-year relationship, I'm so curious. For me, food is so important. Does that ever become a problem, the food?
No, because
I think that's a valid
I work
question.
out hard we work out every day. Like, it's hot in here. Andrew knows it's hot.
Yeah.
So we sweat a lot. So it's not really, maybe for some people, but I got a good metabolism. So I'm good.
Okay, because I would have a problem with that if like the person that I'm dating
Yeah.
is like, no, I can't eat that. Then I wouldn't feel comfortable eating that.
Yeah. I mean, in camp, I buckle down with my weight, but not right now.
Yeah, that's only what 6
Do you
weeks.
let her eat whatever she wants? So you're.
Yeah. I don't
Did you
care.
say let her?
Yeah, if I'm trying to lose, trying to make weight, and someone has a cheeseburger in front of me, I'd be pissed off.
They've been
Wouldn't you?
together for 6 years. Yes. She could do whatever she
I
wants.
don't really care. I don't really care. Yeah. Don't bother me.
That's why they've been together for 6 years. What do you mean let her? I can't believe we're still
No, you
using
know what I'm
that
saying. What I'm saying is
language.
hard when you look across. Do you agree? I mean, is it hard to look at other people eating food, and not just her, just your family, everybody in general?
Yeah, I mean, sometimes, but not really, because I don't know, when I'm on a diet, I like watching like cooking shows and stuff. I watch Barbecue Showdown and stuff like that.
You know what I'm saying, though, right? I mean, I see it all the time with fighters. Like,
Yeah,
some
some
all
fighters
the
don't
time.
like,
You can't
they don't
have
like
any food
having
around
food
them.
around, but I don't care.
Wow, yeah, that would be hard for me for sure. I wouldn't be able to do that. I remember my mom used to have these crazy diets, right? Like back in the days, there used to be so many diets, and I remember that used to be the hardest part for her, is having to cook for us and not being able to eat the foods. That was really hard.
Yeah, dieting's the hardest part of the whole camp is the diet is hardest. Yeah.
But that goes back to the mentality thing that we were talking about just the last interview that we had with Brian Mendoza. I was just mentioning about how boxing is 80% mental and 20% physical. I feel like that fits part of the 80% mental is being able to focus regardless
I think that's pretty close, because I think it's a mental game.
It really is.
Yeah, it's a big mental game. Going in there, a lot of people lack confidence. You can't have that type of doubt or lack of confidence when you're going in there. And no matter what you're doing, I mean, running and stuff, it's all hard. It's all hard work. So you got to be strong.
Mm-hmm. Which is, I think, another reason why people might have underestimated you and continue to underestimate you.
Yeah.
We don't normally see that kind of mentality in a 23-year-old at all. Someone who's confident, someone who is able to focus, not be distracted. I mean, you're in your prime in Las Vegas as a 23-year-old.
Yeah.
You could be up to no good. And instead, here you are in the gym, working out every day, running every day.
Yeah.
Focus on your career.
Yeah. No,
Careers.
I mean, I grew up here, so, being in Vegas is not a problem for me. I'm sure it is for like people that are new coming in, but not for me. I mean, I like going to the casino and stuff, but not every day.
Can you see yourself living anywhere else?
Yeah, I want to have, we always talk about this all the time with my brother. I want to kind of have a spot everywhere. I don't want to be like too much in one place.
Where's your next spot? Where would you, if you could choose another spot right now, where would it be?
Probably Hawaii or Japan. Yeah, Hawaii or Japan. I want to have some land somewhere. I don't know yet, but anywhere. I think it's good to have like multiple locations.
Yeah, of course. So wait, what is it? What do you like doing outside of when you're not in the gym here? I mean, what is it? Like other sports, football, basketball. What else are you into?
Probably video games.
Video games. Okay.
Yeah, me and my brother play a lot of video games. That's probably what we're doing. We're not boxing, video games. If not, we're probably traveling or something.
Nice.
Yeah.
I'm thinking back to what Brian was telling us. I think he was saying it off camera that one of the biggest sacrifices that he had to make was, I think he said he put down the video game for 7 years or something like that. I think he said it was just like collecting dust. What's one of the biggest sacrifices that you have had to make?
Oh yeah, fun.
I don't really know too much. Like boxing, it's kind of hard to say because everything's a sacrifice you do. Like, making weight's a sacrifice, not going out's a sacrifice. I mean, you can name a million other things you got to do that you got to be disciplined with. So, but the biggest one, I don't know. It's probably the weight, just having to buckle down and not eat what you want. Kind of sucks.
That's a huge sacrifice.
Yeah. So right now you're at number 10. I mean, the fights are just going to get tougher.
Yeah.
And tougher, right? You're now in that top tier.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, I would suspect if you're sitting in that first position, you typically would want to fight someone in that lower, 8, 9, 10 position. I mean, you could get called up anytime for the show.
Yeah. No,
right?
I'm ready, man. This is what we dream of. Being a kid growing up. Training when I was, 8 years old, you always think about being in this position fighting for a world title. And I'm getting closer and closer to, being in that opportunity. So I'm ready, you got to step up and
that
fight.
call can come any day.
Yeah, anytime.
Literally, any day.
Yeah, you see people change their lives every day in boxing. People you never heard of going there and make a name for themselves.
Overnight.
Overnight.
Yeah.
I mean, not overnight, but overnight.
Yeah.
I want to know a little bit more about your relationship with your brother. I know that typically speaking, you don't want to be on the same card because it can be a little distracting.
Yeah.
Right? You want to be able to focus just on you, and it's a little bit more distracting when your brother is also on the card. You're looking out for his safety and also making sure you can't be in two places at the same time. How do you guys decide, are you going to be on the same card together? Can you give me a little bit more of what goes on
I mean,
in the back?
Sometimes that's just how it plays out. Sometimes we're not on the same card, sometimes we are, but if that's what it is, then that's what it is. So our last card, we were both on the same card, and he fought. I was a co-main event, and he fought real early, so he got the win, and I wasn't really too worried. I think something that's how it was like coming up, being a professional. But me and my brother got a lot of fights now, so I think we kind of got used to it a little bit.
I saw him. I don't know if he was in the back while your fight was going on, but he looked like I would have never thought that he had just done a fight that day.
Yeah. No, that was good. He got the knockout too.
Yeah, he got a knockout as well.
Fourth round knockout.
Yeah, super early on. He looked like
I don't really think he got hit
at all. Like nothing. He had like perfect skin, not an ounce of sweat, just like nothing. Like just watching. I'm here to watch my brother.
I was in the back just waiting. I didn't even watch the fight.
What?
But, I was just in the back because I was already in the dressing room, so I was just chilling and trying to stay relaxed. Just waiting for him to come back, and he came back and he won. So I was like, oh, it's my turn.
I can only imagine that ride back home or that flight back home. I mean, with both of you guys having such a huge celebratory night.
Yeah. No.
Well, they're used to it.
It's always
They're
good.
used to it.
We're used to it, but it's always a good feeling, having a successful trip.
That's amazing. What did you guys do to celebrate? Since it was a double.
Yeah, eat.
Korean barbecue.
Yeah, we always go eat something good, and we go take the team out and, celebrate.
What do you have any plans to fight at all for the rest of the year or anytime soon?
Yeah, I definitely want to stay busy, up to my team, and I know I'll be back in the ring probably before the end of the year, and I'm already back in the gym training, so whenever I get the call, I'll be ready.
3 fights in 1 year.
Yeah.
That is amazing. Wow. Any particular person that you want to?
Yeah. Who
That
do
I
you
wanna
want?
fight?
Who do you want?
Anybody in the top 10. There's 9 people in front of me, so any of them 9. Yeah, I'll be ready to fight.
Who's up there right now?
There's really nobody else to talk about, but in a way.
Yeah. Yeah. No,
He
you're
has
right.
all the
yeah.
belts, yeah, so it really don't matter who
He's number 1 right now, yeah?
number 1 got all the belts, so everybody else pretty irrelevant. That's the guy to fight, and that's the man with all the belts.
You must be extremely confident, man, because I saw that man fight. He knows how to fight.
Yeah, no, he's definitely a beast. He's good. He's strong and definitely in his prime. He's knocking everybody out, but
Yeah, but he has holes in his game. I mean, it
Yeah,
showed
he
in the
has
last
holes.
fight. It showed in the fight prior. There's holes right there.
yeah, no, for sure. He gets dropped. You see it, and he comes back harder. So you definitely gotta be ready for it. And I got confidence in myself.
Ooh, he didn't even flinch when he said that.
Yeah, no, that's how it goes. We train hard every day. Not supposed to be scared of anybody in the ring. In a way, being he's a monster. They call him a monster for a reason, and he's up there knocking everybody out. But gotta have confidence in yourself, and that's why we work hard.
He had a huge crowd. I was not expecting that many people from Japan to come over here.
Yeah.
Boxing is huge out there.
No,
yeah.
it is. Yeah, boxing's real big out there. Being out there, there was a lot of fighters. We went to a couple gyms out there, so there's a lot of people out there that fight.
He's ready to make the move out there.
What are the gym? What are the gyms like there compared to the gyms here?
They're a lot different, really, because you gotta take your shoes off and stuff going into the gym.
Oh, I've never heard of that.
Yeah, they got like the mats and stuff. I don't know. I didn't really hear too loud music. We be bumping music in here in the gym real loud. It was kind of quiet and just like strictly training. But we worked hard. We was out there Tomoki for 3 weeks, and every day was working hard.
Wow. To remain focused in Japan, that is a mission. With all that food out there.
Yeah, it was good. It was good. We would go train, and then after we trained, we'd just go hop on the train and go to the city and just do whatever we wanted.
I know your girlfriend was mentioning that she went out to join you the last week that you were there as well. What did you guys do out there?
Just whatever you want. It's like a whole different world out there. Like,
were you in Tokyo? Or?
We was in Osaka.
And Osaka. Oh,
Yes.
I love Osaka. That's so good.
So it was just totally different than America. So I don't know. It was just a good experience. I didn't really have no plans. We just walked around and just find spots to go to and walk into shops and stuff.
You got to go to Universal Studios next time out there.
Yeah. We thought about going, but we're just kind of busy. We'll be back. We'll be back for sure.
You absolutely have to go for sure. But Osaka's probably like the best place in terms of food. You really got the best of Japan out there.
It was good.
So tell us about you have a lot of fans, right?
Yeah.
When we Google you and look you up, there's just so many articles. There's so much about you guys over the years. Big fan base. Is there anything you want to tell your fans?
Yeah, just keep supporting me. I got a lot of fans out of Hawaii and, in the mainland. And, they've seen us come up since we were young. And, I'm always going to gain new followers as I keep growing. And I'm just grateful for everybody supporting me. Me and my brother have came a long way, and it's good to have that type of support.
Well, thank you. Thank you so much for being here with us today. Thank you so much for taking time out of your busy, busy schedule. I wish you the best of luck in New York Fashion Week. Is there going to be anywhere that we can watch that, or how do we?
I'll probably post it on my social media.
Okay.
So, yeah, it's just
What is your social media?
Angel Barrientes on Instagram and Twitter, Angel Barrientes. So you guys can follow me on there.
All right. Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Hey, so thanks for coming out. Great conversation. We'd love to have you out again. Thank you all for watching. We appreciate it. We're checking out from the Pound for Pound gym in Las Vegas, Nevada, the boxing capital of the world.
Of the world.
Whoa, whoa. Ooh, yeah, yeah.